Greetings. I must say I'm impressed by your intuition, sir. You found me out far sooner than most. I trust you are enjoying your sojourn in our fair village. If you have any questions, ask away. I should be glad to aid you. You're curious what I know of you? Quite a bit, I should think. Naturally, I'm not the only one. Our village has its own network of spies and informants, you see, and your title tends to make you stand out among the rumors we collect. You're the second arisen to come to Vermont, and you've allied yourself with Captain Brant against the Queen Regent. In response, she's... Oops. I mustn't say another word. Don't misunderstand. I'm no ally of the Queen Regent. I merely strive to maintain neutrality in political matters. Those who deal in information must ne'er align themselves with a particular power. Such is our village code. Is there aught else you care to ask? Arthur, you say? I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't say I've heard of someone by that name. My apologies. Is there aught else you care to ask? If aught about our humble village seems strange to you, that is easily explained. For 'tis here that thieves are instructed in the skills they require. To begin with, those who wander into the village are evaluated for their potential aptitude. Of course, you are no exception. That you stand here now is proof you were deemed a worthy candidate. Which is to say, you have my approval as the Thiefmeister. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Aye. Take care then. You, sir, are worthy of inheriting my ultimate technique. Once mastered, 'twill allow you to fell all foes, both minuscule and mighty. Take it, and do with it what you will.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently. Where to next, Arisen? I'm not sure I've any idea.
No more or less than what one might have expected.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
Is there aught else you care to ask? Aye. Take care then.
Don't bring trouble to my door, you hear?
You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you?
No doubt you're dazzled by my charms. They all are.
No seen you about. You the outsider? My lord spoke of you. Come on, follow me. I've something real nice to show you.
Well met, sir.
Oh, you've a sharp eye. Suppose I ought not to have underestimated you. Sir Arisen. You wonder how I know? For starters, 'tisn't just me. The entire village recognizes you for what you are, cuz. Not mysterious about it. We've our sources, and that's all I'm saying. But don't worry yourself. I'm actually on your side, in a sense. Can't offer you any help, though. Village code and all that. Still, I suppose I could give you a bit of advice. If I were you, I'd try doing to someone else what I was just doing to you. Know what I mean? I've a hefty wager riding on you, cuz. Don't let me down, eh?
Do to someone else what I just did to you. What could she have meant by that?
Well met, sir. Well met, sir.
You wish me to return? At once, Master.
I'm in no mood for a chinwag, thank you.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Always a pleasure.
I'm yours to command, Arisen. Oh, I didn't see you there. Well, I suppose I was preoccupied with my thoughts. Thoughts of you, Arisen, naturally.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Got something for me?
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much of. Arthur. At least, no one by that name lives here, sir. You would know of our village? As you can see, 'tis a simple place, tucked away on the eastern edge of Vermund. Is there aught else I can help you with, sir? As you like, sir.
This is the inn. We've room to spare if you're looking to spend the night. Of course. Nothing's free in this world. Glad to be of service.
Fancy a look at my wares?
I warn you, I'm not easily impressed.
Here to ask aught of me, are you?
Is there aught else you care to ask? You're curious what I know. Naturally, I'm not the only one. Our village has its own network of spies and informants, you see, and your title tends to make you stand out among the rumors we collect. You're the second Arisen to come to Vermont. In response, she's... Oops. Don't misunderstand. Those who deal in information... Is there aught else you care to ask? If aught about our humble... For 'tis here that thieves are instructed in the skills they're to begin with. Those who wander into the village... Of course, you... Which is to say, you have... Is there aught else you care to ask? Aye. Take care.
Am I the first to notice we've all got different vocations? It is a tad inconvenient that we can't share equipment.
We must each of us hone our skills. A jack of all trades is a master of none.
Well met, sir.
I've things to do if you...
Yeah? What is it?
Or you needing me?
Fancy a look at my wares?
Scared the life out of me.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Scared the life out of me. I fear I've naught useful to share.
If you're curious.
Have you forgotten something, Arisen? You're looking rather lost.
Why bother carrying a lantern, if not to use it when light is needed? Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
I suppose all we can do is wait.
I've things to...
You made it after all. Guess that means I win. Oi, you lot best pay up.
Dear me.
You didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. Seems only fair I answer any questions weighing on you. Come on, ask away. What can I say? Not many people bother with this place. Luckily for me, you were different. Knew I was right to bet in favor of the Arisen. Anyway, most visitors get fooled into going up to the manor. We send them packing with a trifle, and if they don't question it, good riddance. Anyone that complacent has got no business being a thief. We only train the rare few who make it here. Some might go so far as to say that the entire village was built around this spot. That all you wanted to ask? Figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about one of our jobs. But I suppose I can tell you, the situation being what is. His real name is Dara. He was one of us, once. But he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? After he went off to play the false Arisen, we're men and women of shadow. Center stage isn't our place to stand. That's why he was cast out. he'll ne'er be part of our village again. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next thief maester, but he failed. Took a massive injury to the chest during the trial, so the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar in his chest to pose as the Arisen. And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Now he gets to sit pretty on the best seat in the kingdom. Still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, that Dara. Always was careful not to leave behind a shred of evidence. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in a lap of luxury after breaking our code. Methinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owes us. Here, this should do the trick. Now, as to the Maester's teaching, not sure you'll be able to use it to its fullest potential, but I'll show it to you.
Thank you, sir.
Huzzah!
You're the one, then? Fie. I'd hoped I'd not be seeing you here.
This won't do.
I've things to do.
You're here. I've been waiting for you.
Master, pray let me know beforehand if we are to meet somewhere different.
Our party is reunited. Surely we can ask for no more than that.
I warn you, I'm not
Fancy a look at my wares?
This is the inn. Of course. Nothing's free in this world.
Ah, how I've longed to embrace my bedroll. When I think of my travels, 'tis a mighty warrior who springs to mind. A more doughty champion I've never seen.
Should we hunt a few monsters to start the day off?
Off we go, then.
Shall we get underway?
Fancy a look at my wares?
God damn.
An appropriate choice, Arisen. I'll gladly take the lead.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but different masters favour different pawns. One whom
I've an inkling this is not our first time here.
Remarkable how the route taken can alter one's perception of a place.
Tisn't much of an adventure if all we do is make camp. 'Tis well to be prepared, but over-preparation will serve us not.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics.
All told, I'm rather satisfied with my performance.
Shall we discuss tactics now or later? A reward for our efforts. I expect Captain Brandt will know how to put what we've gleaned to good use. Now to report to Captain Brandt. It's a glad thing we rested when we did.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
I see you've been drenched. Dry off as soon as you can. We've an opening. Focus your attacks.
The moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish this.
I must.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe well and true.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next. Don't let it get to you. I'd not dare attempt such a feat alone. Together, I think we can manage it.
Over here, if you please.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
If our destination is a distant one...
Would you care to behold a forgotten rift stone?
This ox cart's bound for Burnworth. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due. That's no doubt, Anne.
What the? About time I taught that Gerard a lesson.
do. It's precious summertime.
This job better be worth it. It's too bloody early.
If we're to destroy this, it will have to be from the other side.
Forgive me if I do not jump for joy.
I've been on my feet all day. My legs are dead.
Meaning before I'm too tired.
This job better be worth it. It's too bloody early.
I'm glad you stay a while.
Times are hard. Barely scraping by.
Must be ready to give the signal.
Do with a decent supper.
We might scratch another task off our list while we're here, if we are so inclined.
When the mind is split, the heart must lead. Oh, so I've learned.
My men call.
What's this all about?
No respect for this.
Now this is a conundrum.
Somehow my feet always carry me.
I sense eyes upon us.
And should my story entertain you, no, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two for so far.
These writings could be of import.
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
Mayhap the one we're here to meet intends to arrive at a different time of day.
This is the wrong time of day for what we have in mind. Best we set out again later.
The better to know.
Here to ask aught of me, are you?
What would you of me? My time isn't yours to waste.
Might I interest you in my humble wares? Hope to see you again.
Stop.
Tell is, Vermund was once a beastren kingdom.
Fascinating.
Quite, though no definitive records remain.
Not to look forward to, but a long day of work.
What?
My, I'm trapped like a rat in a cage. This Arisen's both shrewd and fleet of foot. What? Can't you think of a reason? I'd thought you were keener wit than that. Let's just say there are some who don't want you wandering about as you please. I was to report on your comings and goings, you see. But I suppose that job's over. Now you found me out? So, how about it, friend? Will you let me go? I've no reason to trouble you any further. Understandable. Still, no harm in asking, was there? Let's get this over with, then.
Halt!
Shit! We're in for it now.
With all likelihood, he is an agent dispatched from Batal. Pray, let us handle the rest. We will hear all he has to say before the week is out. I bid you, wait till then.
Catches your eye.
We will hear all he has to say before...
A reward for our effort.
We will hear all the...
That's not acting up today.
Barely scraping by.
This looks as good a place as any.
Really now, you mustn't shirk your duty. Lest you forget, 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your Majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the false sovereign? I see. If your Majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. However, I'm afraid this paper alone does not constitute sufficient proof. Ah, but of course. I surmise your Majesty intends to post the bill and invite suspicion. A clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill from the public eye. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the man resurfaces. And all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will continue to deepen. A clever ploy indeed. I shall attend to this matter personally. I have no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, your Majesty. Your aid has been invaluable.
So the false sovereign operates at the behest of Queen Regent Deezer. This spider has woven her web rather carefully.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Do not forget that we work to serve the citizenry.
Hi. Faring well, I hope. Would you care to join me? I'd not say no to a bit of company. I was hoping you'd say that. Do you know, I had a feeling we'd meet here today. Intuition, I suppose. Say, you're not from round here, are you? Are you a traveler? Have you seen many places? How I envy you. This city is all I know. I long to learn more of the outside world, but Mother won't allow it. She's always telling me how dangerous it is beyond the palace walls. But that only makes me question her judgment all the more. After all, if the world truly is so perilous, what of the lives of our people? They must be fraught with uncertainty, subject to harsh conditions. It seems unfair that I alone should be shielded from that reality. But listen to me waffling on. Ah, I almost forgot. I happened upon this little curio the other day. Here, you're welcome to it if you'd like. My apologies, friend, but I'd best be going. I mustn't let Mother find out I left the palace. Thank you for indulging me. I do hope we'll see each other anon. Till then, farewell.
Look as long as you please.
As your pack becomes heavier, so too does your step. Perchance you ought to let a few...
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour? You know where to find me. Peruse at your leisure.
This rumour has been troubling me ever since I first caught wind of it. Apparently, there is an illness we pawns can catch beyond the rift that makes us a danger to ourselves and others. Symptoms include an unruly attitude and overconfidence, and in the end, we turn our backs on our master and our duty.
That sounds most unpleasant. I do hope we shall remain free of it.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Do come again.
Look as long as you please. Stomach's growling. Time for an sprinkle of misfortune. Seems interesting.
Nice place, this. I'm in no hurry to leave.
Gotta be somewhere to make some quick call. What about you? Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour?
Getting proper rest is an important duty in its...
Look as long as you please.
Our adventure continues.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Shall we get underway?